We all know that life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you come across people who are not there to support you but to break you down. It's almost like they've set a mission: destroy you, tear apart everything you've built, and leave you in pieces. And when someone tries to destroy you, they don't always do it in the way you'd expect. They do it in a way that makes you question everything, question your worth, and ultimately they succeed if you let them. But why? Why would someone do that? What drives people to attack, to tear down another human being? You see, the truth is, not everyone around you wants you to succeed. They might act like your friends, speak kindly to you, but deep down, there's a different agenda. They want you to fail. They want to watch you crumble, to see you fall from the high place they could never reach or maybe they once were at. The worst part? They don't always show their cards up front. In fact, they often wear a mask of kindness, pretending to be there for you while secretly sharpening the knife behind their back. It's a twisted game, and the rules are simple. Make you believe you're the problem, make you feel like you're losing, and then when you're down, they'll finish you off. But here's the real kicker. These people don't always look like villains. In fact, they might be the ones closest to you, the ones you trust most. Friends, family, coworkers, they all have the potential to deceive you in this way. And that's what makes it so dangerous. They know how to play on your emotions, how to make you feel weak when you're strongest, and how to manipulate you into doubting yourself when you should be confident. You don't always realize what's happening until it's too late. By the time you wake up, the damage has already been done. Imagine for a second that you're standing at the top of a mountain, looking at everything you've achieved. The people around you, the relationships you've built, the work you've done, the dreams you're about to make come true. Then, just as you reach out to grab your prize, someone close to you pulls the rug out from under your feet. They don't do it by force, but by words, by sly gestures, by turning those closest to you against you. All of a sudden you're on your back, trying to figure out how the hell you ended up here. But it doesn't stop there. They keep pushing, keep whispering, keep trying to create doubt in every aspect of your life. They want you to think you're incapable of climbing that mountain again. And do you know why they do this? Because misery loves company. Because seeing someone else succeed, someone they believe is no better than them, makes them feel small, makes them feel worthless. They want to see you fall because it elevates them, even if only in their own mind. It's like they believe they're entitled to your success, entitled to the things you've earned. They want to destroy you because deep down they can't handle the idea of you being better than them. The problem with this logic, it's toxic. It's a poison that spreads and corrodes everything around it. But let's pause for a moment. How do they do this? How do they destroy you? It's simple subtlety. It's not always about an overt attack. Sometimes it's a simple comment, a well-placed criticism, or an undermining remark meant to make you feel inferior. It's about making you feel like you're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. Over time, those little cracks in your confidence grow, and before you know it, you're questioning everything you thought you knew about yourself. You start to doubt your instincts, question your abilities, and even wonder if you deserve all the good things that come your way. It's a silent killer, and by the time you realize what's happening, it's already too late. They don't just want you to fail, they want to bury your potential. They want to erase the possibility of you ever rising above them because they're terrified of losing control. They'll make you feel insignificant, like you don't matter, like your dreams are too big, too unrealistic. Who do you think you are? They'll ask. You're not capable of that. But here's the truth. No one has the right to make you feel small. No one has the right to tell you that your dreams aren't worth chasing, that you're not worthy of success, and yet some people still try to do just that. It's painful to acknowledge this, but some people who claim to love you may very well be the ones sabotaging you. And the worst part, they may not even realize they're doing it. They might think they're helping you by pointing out your flaws, by telling you the truth of your situation. But what they don't understand is that they're planting seeds of doubt in your mind, slowly eroding your confidence. And the more you let them do this, the more it becomes harder and harder to believe in your own strength, your own worth. I've seen this happen to so many people. Good people, hardworking people, people with incredible potential. They've been destroyed not by their own shortcomings, but by the cruelty of others who want to see them fail. It's heartbreaking. The manipulation is real, and it's dangerous, and we need to wake up to it. We need to stop letting people have power over us, especially when that power is used for harm. We need to be strong enough to recognize when someone is trying to destroy us and strong enough to walk away from the toxicity they bring. It's time to reclaim our lives. It's time to rise above the negativity, above the lies, and above the hate. We deserve success, happiness, and love, and no one has the right to take that away from us. Let's stand tall, let's stand strong, and let's show the world that no matter how hard they try to break us, we will never back down. As we continue down this path of self-reflection, we need to understand one important thing. When someone is trying to destroy you, they often don't do it with brute force. It's never an obvious attack that you can easily defend yourself against. No, it's subtle. It's that lingering feeling of doubt that creeps into your thoughts. They don't come at you with punches or harsh words, they come at you with concerns, with advice, with helpful suggestions. But behind those words, behind that supposed care, there's a knife aimed at your heart. They want you to second-guess your every decision. They want to manipulate you into thinking that every step you take is the wrong one, that you're out of your depth. And the worst part, you start listening. At first, it's just a little seed of doubt planted in your mind. Maybe they're right, you tell yourself. Maybe I shouldn't take that risk. Maybe I'm not good enough for this dream. But it doesn't stop there. The more you let their voice into your head, the more you start to doubt everything about yourself. They know exactly how to break you down because they know your weaknesses, your insecurities, your fears, your uncertainties, and they use them against you. They've studied you, figured you out, and now they're playing a game with your mind. This is the trap that many fall into. You start to believe the lies they tell you about yourself, about what you're capable of. You let their judgment shape your reality, even though deep inside you know who you truly are. But slowly, piece by piece, you lose sight of that person. You lose sight of your power, your ability to rise, to overcome, to shine. You become a shadow of yourself, and when you look in the mirror, you don't recognize the person staring back at you. How did this happen? How did you go from someone who was once full of life and hope to someone who feels lost, insignificant, and incapable of anything? This psychological warfare is one of the most insidious forms of destruction. They break you down not by attacking your external achievements, but by eroding your internal sense of self. And here's the worst part, you don't always realize it's happening until it's too late. By the time the damage is done, by the time you realize that their concern wasn't real, you've already started to lose pieces of yourself. You've already started to let their words take root in your heart, and now every move you make is influenced by that negativity. But let me be clear about something right now. This is not your fault. It's a tactic, a strategy used by those who want to see you fail. And it works because they target your most vulnerable spots. Everyone has insecurities, everyone has doubts. And it's in those places where they plant the seeds of their destruction. But you don't have to let them win. You don't have to let them control your narrative. You have the power to rewrite the story. It's not easy and it's not quick, but it's possible. You have to stop letting them define you. You have to stop letting them dictate who you are and what you're capable of. Think about the times when you've been on the verge of something great. Think about those moments when you were about to step into a new chapter, a new opportunity, and then suddenly, someone close to you casts doubt on your abilities, making you question your path. It's not just disappointing, it's disorienting. You were so close to greatness, so close to breaking through, and yet, their negativity causes you to hesitate. It makes you second-guess your every decision, and just like that, you lose momentum, you lose your fire. And what do when they see you faltering? They pounce. They know they've got you exactly where they want you. You're on the edge, teetering between success and failure, and they push you over, knowing you'll struggle to get back up. But this is where your true power lies. This is where you have to take a stand. You have to recognize the manipulation for what it is and fight against it with every ounce of your being. You cannot allow someone else's words, their criticisms, or their doubts to become your reality. You've worked too hard to get to this point. You fought too many battles within yourself to let someone else tear you down. You must protect your vision, protect your dreams, and protect your sense of self-worth. And here's another uncomfortable truth. Those who try to destroy you often see you as a threat. They're not just trying to break you down because they don't like you. They're afraid of what you could become. They're terrified of your potential, of the greatness you are capable of achieving. Why else would they go out of their way to make you feel small if they didn't fear your power? They see something in you that scares them, something they wish they had themselves, but can't seem to achieve. It's not about you, it's about them. Now think about this. The people who are trying to destroy you might not even know they're doing it. They might think they're helping you, trying to protect you from failure. But that's the deception. It's not protection, it's control. They want to keep you where they feel safe. If you rise, if you succeed, they might feel exposed, vulnerable, even inadequate. And so they try to keep you in check, keeping you in a place where they can manage you. They try to keep you small because, in their eyes, your success would shine a light on everything they have yet to accomplish. We have to stop letting these people have this kind of power over us. We have to stop accepting their limitations as our own. Their fear doesn't have to be our fear. Their doubts don't have to be our doubts. You are not defined by their inability to see your worth. Your potential is yours to own, and it is limitless. Don't let anyone, no matter how close they are, take that away from you. Don't let them destroy the person you are meant to be. When we stop allowing others to control our narrative, we take the first step toward true freedom. We take back our strength, our power, and our confidence. We become the authors of our own story. We can rise above the negativity, rise above the manipulation, and soar to heights we never imagined possible. But we have to believe in ourselves first. We have to stop letting them dictate our value. Let's pause for a moment and truly think about something critical. When someone is actively trying to destroy you, they don't do it with a single blow. No, it's not a one-time attack that you can see coming from a mile away. It's a slow, deliberate erosion of your confidence. A methodical effort to turn you into someone you never intended to be. The worst part of all this, they don't do it with a weapon in their hands. They don't need physical force to harm you. Instead, they use your emotions, your fears, and your very vulnerabilities as the weapon of choice. And you're left confused, questioning your very self-worth. It's psychological warfare, and it's often so subtle that you don't even notice it until you're already deep in the trenches. One moment you're on top of the world, feeling confident, capable, and full of life. The next, someone close to you is planting the idea that you're not enough. They might say it in passing, disguised as helpful advice or constructive criticism. But make no mistake, these are seeds of doubt being sown in your mind. They will take root and grow slowly but surely until you begin to question everything about yourself. Am I really capable of this? You ask yourself, do I even deserve this opportunity? And just like that, your once unshakable confidence starts to crumble. It's astonishing how easy it is for someone to do this to you when they know your weaknesses, isn't it? When they know exactly where to target, where you're most sensitive, where you're most vulnerable. They don't even have to try very hard. They just have to say the right thing at the right time and the damage is done. Suddenly you're questioning everything you once held dear. They don't need to physically hurt you to destroy you. They just need to hit you where it matters most. Your mind, your heart, your soul. And that's exactly how they do it. Slowly, silently, until they've taken everything from you. But let's be real for a second. This isn't always easy to recognize when it's happening. In fact, most people who try to destroy you are incredibly skilled at masking their true intentions. They'll smile in your face while undermining your progress behind your back. They'll act like they have your best interests at heart while secretly trying to sabotage everything you've worked for. They want you to believe that they're just being honest or just looking out for you. But when their honesty leads to self-doubt, when their concern makes you feel inferior, it's no longer about caring for you. It's about control. They want to have power over you. They want you to be so reliant on their opinions that you can no longer think for yourself. You may even start to wonder why this person is doing this to you. What do they gain from tearing you down? Why would anyone want to destroy someone else's spirit, especially if they claim to care about you? And the answer to that question is often rooted in fear. Fear of losing control, fear of your success, fear of your potential. You see, the more you grow, the more they realize how insignificant they may appear in comparison. Your success, your achievements, your happiness, it all highlights something they've never been able to reach. They can't handle the idea of you surpassing them, so they resort to psychological tactics to bring you down, to diminish your light so theirs can shine a little brighter. The irony is, these people don't even realize that they're hurting themselves as much as they're hurting you. By trying to destroy your confidence, they only end up destroying their own relationships with you. They end up isolating themselves from the very people they claim to care about. And eventually the truth becomes clear. They don't care about you at all. They care about their own egos, about their own sense of control. They don't want to see you succeed because deep down they know they'll never be able to achieve the same level of greatness you can. This kind of behavior, while toxic and destructive, is rooted in deep insecurity. The people who do this are often battling their own demons, fears of inadequacy, jealousy, or resentment. And rather than facing those issues head on, they project those feelings onto you. They try to make you feel like you're not worthy, like you don't have what it takes. But here's the truth they can't stand to hear. Their insecurity is not your problem. Their fear is not your burden to carry. You are not responsible for their feelings of inadequacy, and you certainly don't have to let them project those feelings onto you. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control how you react to them. And this is where your power lies. Taking back your power means setting boundaries, recognizing toxic behavior, and refusing to let it affect you. It means not allowing anyone to diminish your value, not allowing anyone to make you feel less than you are. Yes, these people might be close to you. Yes, they may have a hold over you. But that doesn't mean they get to define your worth. You get to decide your value, your potential, and your future. It's time to reclaim that power. It's time to look at the person in the mirror and say, I'm enough. I am worthy of success. I am capable of achieving my dreams. No one has the right to tell you otherwise. When you start to believe in your own value, when you start to trust your own abilities, nothing can stop you. The people who want to destroy you may succeed temporarily in shaking your confidence, but they will never have the power to take away your worth unless you let them. So the next time someone close to you tries to tear you down, remember this: their fear, their insecurities, and their jealousy have nothing to do with you. They have everything to do with them. They want to break you because they fear your strength, they fear your success, and they fear your potential. But the truth is, they can't destroy what is meant to be. Your path is yours alone, and no matter how many times they try to push you down, you can rise. You will rise. And when you do, you'll leave them behind in your dust, wondering how they ever thought they could break you. We often underestimate the true damage that can be caused by someone who is trying to destroy us. We think that destruction comes with obvious signs, physical violence, loud arguments, or direct attacks. But the truth is far more dangerous. The real devastation is quiet, insidious, and stealth. It's the slow, almost invisible way that someone can break you down, piece by piece, until you don't recognize who you are anymore. It's in the way they make you feel like you're walking on eggshells, like every move you make could be wrong, like everything you do is never enough. When someone wants to destroy you, they know exactly what to say, how to act, and when to strike. They watch for your moments of weakness and swoop in like a vulture. And when they do, they hit hard, not with fists, but with words, with insinuations, with half-truths that confuse and manipulate. They feed on your uncertainty, on the cracks in your confidence, and they make sure those cracks widen until you feel like you're falling apart. And it's not just that they tear you down. They try to convince you that you deserve it, that you brought this pain upon yourself, that you are the cause of your own suffering. They make you believe that you are the problem, and in doing so, they strip away any sense of control you have over your own life. It's so easy to fall into their trap. They weave a web of doubt and confusion around you, making you question your decisions, your abilities, your worth. They make you feel like you're stuck, like you can't move forward, like you're always going to be trapped in the same cycle of failure. But let's face it, this is exactly what they want. They want you to feel powerless, insignificant, and incapable. Because when they make you feel small, they elevate themselves. In their eyes, your downfall is their victory. The more they succeed in breaking you, the stronger they feel. And the cycle continues, each attack more subtle, more manipulative, until you're barely able to recognize the person you once were. But it's important to realize that they only have this power because you let them. Not because you're weak or incapable, but because you trusted them. You allowed them access to your heart, your mind, and your life. You believed that they had your best interests at heart, that their words were meant to help you grow, when in fact they were just tactics designed to diminish you. This is a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. They didn't destroy you because you weren't strong enough. They destroyed you because you trusted them to build you up when all they ever wanted was to tear you down. You can sit there and feel sorry for yourself, wallowing in the hurt they've caused, but that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to stay stuck in a cycle of self-pity, convinced that you can't rise above what they've done to you. But here's the most important thing you need to understand. The power to overcome this is entirely in your hands. You get to decide whether you stay broken or rise stronger than ever before. You get to choose how you respond to their attempts at destruction. And no one, no matter how close they are to you, has the right to take that power away. It's time for you to take a hard look at your life and decide what you will tolerate. Will you allow these people to continue tearing you down? Or will you stand up, claim your strength, and start rebuilding your life piece by piece? It's not going to be easy. Rebuilding your confidence after someone has shattered it is one of the hardest things you will ever do. But it's not impossible. You have the power to take back everything they tried to take from you. You have the power to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am worth more than their lies. I am capable of more than their manipulation. I am going to rise above this. You see, the more you give in to their attempts to destroy you, the more power you hand over to them. And the less you fight back, the less you trust in yourself, the more you begin to accept the narrative they've created for you. But that doesn't have to be your reality. You don't have to buy into the story they've written about you. You are not a victim. You are not a failure. You are not someone who deserves to be crushed under the weight of someone else's insecurities. You are a person with dreams, with goals, with a future that is all your own. And no one gets to take that from you. The sad truth is that these people want you to fail because they see your success as a threat to their own fragile self-image. They are so consumed by their own fears, so paralyzed by their own insecurities that they feel the need to pull you down to their level in order to feel better about themselves. It's not about you, it's about them. But the way you respond to their attacks can change everything. You don't have to sink to their level. You don't have to allow their bitterness to become your reality. You can rise above it. You can choose to walk away from the toxicity and take control of your own destiny. The key to defeating these kinds of attacks is to stop giving them power over you. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you question your worth, every time you shrink back in fear because of what they said, you are handing them exactly what they want. But when you stand tall, when you stand firm in your own strength and belief in yourself, you take that power back. You refuse to let their negativity determine your future. You don't owe them an explanation for your success, for your dreams, or for your right to be happy. You are the author of your own story, and you have the power to rewrite it however you choose. Remember, the people who try to destroy you are only doing it because they are afraid. They are afraid of who you could become, afraid of what you could achieve, and afraid of the light you carry within you. But you have the ability to shine brighter than they ever could imagine. You have the strength to rise above their attempts to break you, and in doing so you will show them and the world that nothing, absolutely nothing, can destroy the person you are meant to be. The hardest part about someone trying to destroy you is that you can never predict when it's going to happen. It's not always obvious. It's not like they're going to come right out and say, I'm trying to destroy you. It's more insidious than that. They don't want you to see it coming, and that's what makes it so dangerous. 1 minute, everything seems fine. You're in a moment of vulnerability, maybe seeking advice, seeking support, and then out of nowhere, they hit you with something that makes you question everything. It's a comment, a suggestion, an observation that seems innocent enough on the surface, but underneath it's poison. They've been planting seeds of doubt in your mind, and you didn't even notice until you're too deep in the hole to see your way out. You'll start to doubt yourself. You'll start to doubt your ability to make decisions. They'll turn you into someone who can't trust their own judgment anymore. How do they do it? By convincing you that the path you're on isn't the right one, that your dreams are too big, that you don't have what it takes to succeed. They make you believe that the only way to find peace is by abandoning your goals, by settling for mediocrity. And the worst part? You start to listen to them, you start to believe them. They make you question every part of yourself that once felt certain, and soon you'll find yourself trapped in a cage of your own making, unsure of who you even are anymore. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? That someone close to you, someone you trust, could so easily take your confidence and twist it, turning it into something fragile, something brittle. What's worse is when they try to make you feel like they're doing it for your own good. They tell you they're just protecting you from failure, from disappointment, from the heartbreak that could come if you fail. But what they're really doing is projecting their own fears and insecurities onto you. They don't want you to succeed because your success shines a light on their own inability to reach their dreams. And so they manipulate you, they twist your mind, they erode your confidence until you don't believe in your dreams anymore. You know deep down that something isn't right, but you're scared to confront it. You don't want to upset them. You don't want to seem ungrateful or disrespectful. After all, they say they're only looking out for you, right? So you stay silent. You let their poison seep in, and you convince yourself that you're being reasonable, that you're being cautious, that maybe, just maybe, they're right. And with each passing day, you feel a little more lost, a little more unsure, until you look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back at you. Where did that confident, fearless person go? The one who believed anything was possible, who knew their worth, who fought for their dreams. They've been replaced by someone who doubts every step, who second-guesses every decision, who doesn't believe they have the strength to keep going. And you begin to wonder, did you ever have that person inside you to begin with? This is the reality of someone trying to destroy you. They don't do it all at once. It's a slow, methodical process. It's like being in a constant state of fog where you can't see clearly enough to know where you're headed. You start losing track of your purpose. You stop seeing your worth. You begin to doubt that you ever had any worth to begin with. But listen to me right now. This is not your truth. This is not who you are. You are not defined by their words, their manipulation, or their insecurities. You are not a product of their jealousy or their fear. The person you are, the real you, is still inside waiting to be freed. And when you finally realize that, when you finally stop letting their poison infect you, you will find that power again. You will remember who you are and how much you have to offer this world. It's time for you to stop accepting their narrative. Stop accepting their lies about who you are and what you're capable of. Stop believing that you have to play small just because they're afraid of your light. You do not have to shrink to make them feel better. You do not have to dim your brilliance so they can feel safe in their own mediocrity. You are not responsible for their feelings of inadequacy, and you are certainly not responsible for their inability to see your greatness. It's time to let go of the guilt. It's time to let go of the fear. You are worthy of all the success, love, and happiness that you desire. And no one gets to take that away from you. The key to breaking free from this destructive cycle is recognizing it for what it is. Manipulation. They don't care about your dreams. They care about controlling your thoughts, your actions, and your choices. They want to steer you away from the life you're meant to live because they fear your success more than they care about your well-being. You have to stop letting them have this kind of power over you. You have to recognize the manipulation and call it what it is. You have to stop seeking their validation. Stop allowing their doubts to shape your reality. Their fears are not yours to carry. But here's the most beautiful part of all this. You have the power to take it back. You have the strength to rise above their manipulation. You have the courage to step into the person you were always meant to be. The moment you stop letting them control your narrative, the moment you reclaim your voice, you will experience a freedom like no other. It's the freedom to be who you truly are, to dream without limits, to live without fear. And when you take back that power, nothing and no one will be able to destroy you. Not their words, not their doubts, not their insecurities. Nothing. This is your journey, this is your life. And no one gets to destroy it but you. And guess what? You're not going to let them. You're stronger than their negativity. You're smarter than their manipulation. And you will rise above it all because you know your worth. And nothing is more powerful than someone who knows their worth. As we reach the end of this journey together, I want you to take a moment and truly reflect on everything we've discussed. You've heard the stories, you've felt the emotions, and now it's time to realize something incredibly powerful. You are not defined by the people who try to destroy you. You are not defined by the negativity, the manipulation, or the toxic behavior of others. You are defined by your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering belief in your own worth. No one can take that from you unless you let them. And I'm here to tell you, you do not have to let them. When someone tries to destroy you, when they try to tear you down, it's not a reflection of who you are. It's a reflection of who they are. It's a reflection of their fears, their insecurities, and their inability to accept your greatness. But this is not your battle to fight. You do not need to stoop to their level. You do not need to respond to their hatred with more hatred. You do not need to fight back with anger or resentment. The only thing you need to do is rise above it. You need to rise higher than they ever thought possible, and when you do, you'll realize that their attempts to break you were in vain. Because nothing and no one can ever truly destroy you unless you allow them to. What they want, what they truly crave, is control. They want to be the ones who dictate your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs. They want you to depend on them for validation, for approval, for direction. And when they see that you're beginning to break free from their grip, that's when the real attacks start. That's when the words get sharper, the manipulation gets more intense. But here's the thing. They cannot control you unless you let them, and the moment you stop giving them that power, the moment you reclaim your independence, you become unstoppable. You become the architect of your own destiny, and no one can take that away from you. But it's not just about surviving. It's not just about getting through the pain, getting through the doubts, and getting through the manipulation. It's about thriving. It's about rising from the ashes of their attempts to destroy you, stronger than ever before, more certain of who you are and what you deserve. You don't just have to survive this experience, you have the power to turn it into the fuel that propels you forward. Use their attacks as stepping stones. Let their negativity become the wind beneath your wings, pushing you higher, faster, further than you ever thought possible. This is your moment. This is your time to take control of your life, your future, and your happiness. You are the one who decides what happens next. You are the one who gets to determine what you'll become. The people who tried to destroy you, they're irrelevant now. They no longer have the power to define your path. You've reclaimed your narrative, you've reclaimed your strength. And now you can move forward with confidence, knowing that nothing will ever stand in your way again. And remember this, your worth is not determined by the opinions of others. Your worth is not based on the validation you receive from those who seek to tear you down. Your worth comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, from knowing your strengths, your values, your dreams. It comes from standing firm in the face of adversity, from continuing to move forward even when the world feels like it's against you. The more you believe in yourself, the more impenetrable you become. And those who once sought to destroy you will eventually fade into the background, irrelevant to the unstoppable force you are becoming. The road ahead will not always be easy. You will face challenges, you will encounter obstacles, and yes, there will be people who try to stop you. But guess what? You can handle it. You are stronger than they ever thought possible. Every time they push you, every time they try to make you feel small, you get stronger, you get more determined. You get closer to the person you were always meant to be. And that person is unstoppable. That person knows no limits. That person is destined for greatness. Now take a deep breath. Feel the strength within you. You've been through the fire and now you're emerging as someone who cannot be broken. You are someone who cannot be destroyed. You are someone who will rise no matter how many times you're knocked down. So go forward, take that next step, and never look back. The world is waiting for you to shine, and nothing at all can stop your light from shining ever again.